I mentioned, it's super exciting. You know who plays what. I mean, now you and I have a better info on that, and everybody's about to see it too. It looks like it's gonna be a Miracle Pudge. It's gonna be a Mind Control Prophet, which is like a classic, and Sumail is gonna play Razor. So that's probably a little more unexpected, I would say, especially into the Invoker. But yeah, very, very, very high lineup for Nigma. I mean, Miracle Pudge. I'm down. I'm down to see that.
You know, we've talked about Pudge a couple times throughout the few days we've been here so far, and I got to ask the question about Amar as well. Like, Void Spirit, not the ultimate go-to that we've been seeing as Miracle misses the hook.
Okay, never mind, Miracle Pudge.
It's over.
It's over.
You had one chance to impress us, and, well...
No, but I mean, Amar Void Spirit, it's a classic. He's very comfortable on the hero. I mean, he's shown it. He's played it today, I believe, right? In game 2. Earlier today, and obviously, you know, had a really good game against Liquid, was top 1 net worth, really high impact. I mean, you see it, he's platinum tier, so according to the MR test, you know, he's passed it, you know, very well, successfully, so yeah, Amar Void Spirits, I'm happy to see it, you know. He's gonna bring, I'm pretty sure, very innovative builds.
Yeah, you're going to see a top-of-the-net worth Void Spirit, because he is deathly allergic to anything lower.
Exactly.
There's that hook hitting, and maybe Amar's in a little bit of trouble. They've got the static link. Looking like it might just be first blood. Chase is on, the right clicks are out, and the shackle is there, and Amar survives.
The miss, the downhill miss into the double shackle.
Block the hook.
Miracle?
That was really well done there, too.
Yeah.
Just staying in line, making sure that Amar can't get hooked.
A bit of luck, you know, I'm not going to lie. You know, a bit of luck on OG's side, but, you know, sometimes Gaben is on your side, and that's just how it is. So it's still going to hurt the top lane a lot, though, because Amar has to go back to base. Misha, sorry, had to go for the shackle shot level 1, which is not fun at all. So, yeah, we'll see. We're going to see a little bit of a switch. We're going to have the Enigma lane bottom with the Luna to try to slow down maybe a little bit of the Prophet aggression.
Right. And that's just with the Eidolons taking away that experience, taking away maybe that level 6 that comes from the Wrath of Nature and when you're really looking to move, but all of a sudden Taiga needs to be very careful.
MC Prophet, man, you don't joke with MC Prophet. You know, he's really good with the body block and with the aggression, very known for the hero. As top, a lot of pressure on the Pudge.
Already a lot of pressure on the Miracle, and they were really hoping they could get that first blood, but now if you're these two heroes, you need to be very careful about your positioning. We have seen, well, some very good win runners on this team.
Yeah, I don't know who you mentioned, but who you're talking about, but I'm sure you're right about that one.
Definitely making the shackle and as well as the shard look very broken, and the entire kit.
And luckily, it is still broken, in my opinion. I think it's still a very strong shard. There's so much pressure on BZM. This is like... I wonder how this matchup goes. I want to say it's kind of Invoker favored, or, you know, maybe the later it gets, the better it goes for Invoker, but so far it seemed like Sumail is, you know, heavily pressuring.
And 9-2 right now sitting top of the CS, and BZM forced to stay maybe a little bit more passive, but you could see like Miracle's kind of, he's sitting in a very high in the lane as well, and they're trying to keep the creep equilibrium there.
Yeah, Pudge needs a little bit of time before he becomes this like beast on the lane that you can't really pressure. He needs levels in the rod.
Ooh, that hook hits. They're looking for it with the rod. Do they have the damage? The Arctic Burn, and there's the Sunstrike.
He tried to kill Misha.
Okay, it was on Misha. He tried to give him some health, throw some fire onto him, but, well, now you've lost Miracle and you trade Amar.
This might be a double kill. Misha doesn't have the winner on, actually. He's gonna die here. Maybe he wants to die, you know? He has no regen, no HP.
He has no mana. Like,
I think he should even die, honestly. Like, he's
does GH know this? Not kill him?
He's gonna... Yeah, I think he should. I mean, I wonder. He's gonna... he's thinking about it. But honestly, it's a hard call, because if you leave him like that, he has to walk back to base or wait for the courier. It's much longer than this. He's gonna be back up in 10 seconds, full HP, full mana.
Yeah.
And it would have been minimum 30 seconds if you let him live. So they thought about it, but then the greed always kind of wins it for Dota players. Like,
but I could have the gold.
I'll just get the gold. We all know how we behave in Dota. Just get the gold.
Shackle again landing, but...
No either Remnant yet. 4 seconds on cooldown, so, you know, they can't really cast their spells together. They just have to chill.
I got a little confused when BZM threw that Sunstrike. I'm like, Misha's on his team.
Maybe there's some beef in OG. You don't know. You know, a team famously known for hating each other's and having a really bad atmosphere, so you just try to kill your teammates, friendly fire. It's normal.
You're giving everybody that little bit of drama that they want. The rumors are spreading. I hear the articles being written right now. Is there trouble at OG?
No troubles in OG.
Yeah.
No troubles in OG. And as we see, the bottom lane, I think they're trying to relieve the pressure on the Luna. I mean, Prophet is just a good hero against Luna. Luna usually really strives at outlasting your opponent, and there's no such thing as outlasting a Nature's Prophet. For anyone that played against that hero, it is obnoxious. He has the treants. And, another thing for Nigma too is, you relieve pressure from, eating one of the treants, forcing Prophet to also right-click the treants instead of, outlasting and out-denying you. So a decent hero, and also obviously Prophet doesn't like to starve on XP. He needs levels. He needs as quickly as possible the ability to TP to the other lanes, get the ulti also to come into play.
We were seeing Nature's Prophet being used in a multitude of ways. Maybe those global lineups, those level 6 lineups where you can really burst it down on someone. Doesn't exactly feel like that here with what they've got. It's not like a level 6 heavy lineup at the moment. But
it's just like the Nyx Prophet. It's just a nice combination, right? Because Prophet's going to push out the lanes, and it's going to give Nyx off the mark very close. It came after the stun, unfortunately. He might even die here. He has nothing to get out of Sprout.
Yeah, he's very far forward, and I believe Croaky should be setting up if he needs an impale, but Mind Control's got the damage anyway, so going a little bit too far forward, maybe expecting the Sunstrike to be on the mark, but it was a little bit off and ends up paying for it with his life.
I mean, the Sunstrike right now,
Luna down Luna bottom, Yuragi's just dead.
Yep.
Croaky landed the impale, and you're not safe in your own trees there, apparently.
Kuro a bit upset at the earlier tip from BZM, so Invoker gets tipped for the kill bottom, which is like we see like some mental warfare. This is crazy from Taiga. Like, this is very risky. They could look to dive him. Never mind. He knows his limits. Well done. Kind of baited them in and gets the full XP. An early TP. Definitely looked like Nigma wanted to punish that.
This is a big lead for just 5 minutes in. Like, it's not massive, but it's like 2K. Like, it feels like it's on the cusp of kind of really getting out of control.
I mean, it's a lot on the back of Sumail kind of crushing the mid lane, let's be honest. I mean, he's absolutely destroying this Invoker right now. This Invoker is suffering a lot, and he's been having to also use Sunstrike on side lanes without getting the kills. That hurts. It's a lot of mana, and it obviously prevents you from using other spells, invoke other spells. He might die here. Sumail's level 6.
Could shut him down even more. They'll go for the TP, and it will be in time.
Nice TP. He was 100% dead, so that's a good TP. He needs the Sunstrike kills right now. He's probably looking at the top.
Shackle connects. Do they have the damage to get Miracle, though?
He had no Sunstrike ready. He couldn't invoke it. Actually, he did. 15 seconds cooldown, so a little bit unfortunate. A little bit of miscommunication on OG's side. I mean, they have stuns on both side lanes. I feel like they could, put the Sunstrike to better use and help BZM have a better game. But right now, it's a little bit uncoordinated, the Sunstrike usage, which makes Invoker game real, which is really bad. I mean, he can't really catch up.
Now,
Sunstrike is ready now.
Again, power shot. Oh, right.
Amar, show us the skill.
Let's see. Okay, Cold Embrace, making sure that he doesn't walk into the Sunstrike. Very value.
Nice.
Eighth Remnant hits on the Winter Wyvern too, so that keeps Miracle alive. The damage on Amisha is pretty heavy, and they were looking for a hook, but won't land it.
Nobody saw that Miracle, no worries. But that really nice from GH, tanking the Aether Remnant, very nice awareness. And once again, another Sunstrike that's missed. Invoker's game is getting worse and worse. I mean, Sumail has 53 last hits, while Invoker doesn't even have half of it. He's getting absolutely dumpstered. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
He's almost doubling his net worth. Yep. Like, that is crazy in the middle lane.
And it's without ganks, right? It's pure one-on-one. It's 0-0-0 for both of them.
Yeah, Miracle trying to fight. I don't know if he really wants to go into the face of Amar with just 100 health left. That is very aggressive. Obviously, he's got some help from that Cold Embrace that is only level 1.
He's thinking about the hook. Look at it.
Now he's got a 360 no-scope right into the trees if he can.
Give us the attacker vibe, like the blind skill shots. Come on, Miracle. We all know your game sense is good enough for that. Amar's kind of playing with fire. He's stressing me out here.
Gosh, if he throws the hook and he hits it, my mind would explode.
All right, he forces him to get the DD. He could die. I mean, all right, maybe round 3 for the Sunstrike guys. It's not happening.
Third time's a charm, I heard.
He's kind of tanky now. He has the hood. He's almost level 6. It's getting harder and harder. Luckily, Sunstrike is pure damage. I think they do have the damage to take him down, but it's going to be pretty close. They also don't really know yet that Wyvern is not there anymore. So much pressure on the mid tower. it's looking to be dead here. I mean, Prophet is level 6, you know, Sumail is really strong. It's kind of hard to stop this tower from falling. Invoker really hates his life right now. Losing your mid tower so early in the game, it's really, really scary.
Do you really even recover well as an Invoker in this situation?
It kind of depends. If you get space, you can, but you know, Nigma is probably going to look to punish now that the map opens up for them.
Taiga taking some damage here from KuroKy. The Wrath of Nature. Plasma Field looking to maybe land it on the edge, but still KuroKy's there with the mana burn.
He should be fine.
He's got Taiga low, but there's an impale in a second.
Side steps.
Oh,
easy,
good side
easy.
step.
Nice one, nice one.
Never
Side
in
points.
doubt.
Yep, nice one. I mean, I'm a bit worried about this Invoker, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, right now he's so exposed to getting ganked also. You know, Sumail can take much more aggressive position, or whoever really decides to play the mid wave. It's gonna be scary. The supports of OG, they have to start looking at this Invoker. You know, you already see the pressure on him. And the problem is that OG supports are not the best at kind of relieving pressure, right? Enigma's kind of greedy himself, so is Wind Ranger. So there's not much OG can do right now.
Another miss on the Sunstrike, but GH survives for now. A good shackle from Misha, but where's the follow-up? Impale comes in, KuroKy in trouble. They've got themselves at least one. They are kind of funneling into the steps, but it doesn't really matter. There's no black hole. It's still just level 5 for the Enigma, and they end up trading. They get the better of the trade with BZM going down. A lot of that does stem from the fact that they have this ward over mid that's behind where the tier 1 tower was.
Yeah.
Like, you're able to keep that vision on the Invoker. They pressured with just the supports as well. It was pressure that just, like you said, these supports on OG can't really alleviate too well.
And you gotta appreciate, you know, like Sumail's positioning. I mean, now he's going back to his jungle, but he's played so aggressively. And on OG side, you have Luna that's trying to go for Mask of Madness. She wants to farm the jungle. Invoker, obviously, you know, going for the infamous Midas on Exor Invoker. So he's also. They need space, they need time, you know, and when you lose these towers so early, especially against Nigma heroes, Prophet, Nyx Vendetta, they're not gonna give you the time. I mean, especially Nigma, if there's one team that's gonna be able to play really aggressive, it's gonna be them, right? So very, very scary position for OG to be in. It's already a 4k gold disadvantage, which is big enough, but in this game, it's even worse than that.
Right. Ooh, landing the Impale as well as the Vendetta. Miracle maybe could have thrown a hook, but chooses not to. It wasn't on cooldown.
I mean, OG's job right now is they need to be really smart about which fights they pick.
Right.
You know, try to punish Nigma as soon as they overextend, get the pick off, and get out as soon as possible, you know? Because if you ever find yourself in an even situation in terms of numbers with Nigma, you are gonna feed. They're too strong right now. They're way too strong.
They've got a lot of power going their way, especially with just how much more net worth there is on that Razor. Amar, he might be in too far. Same with Misha. They've got this Nature's Prophet coming over. They'll land the Sprout onto Misha, wrapping it around. Miracle taking some damage. He's hit by the Aether Remnant, but here comes Sumail. Like, he's not scared to run in. Not a lot of mana left, but he still has that ult rolling. Got to be careful about this black hole, but, well, without BZM, without this Windrunner, I think Nigma are just ready to go anyway.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that's what I was trying to describe before. It's like, it's good to go for the Nyx if you can surprise him with a stun, get a quick kill and get out, but right away Nigma's gonna react. They're gonna react quickly, and you need to disengage as soon as possible, because if they bring the numbers, you have to respect it and you have to give them the ground.
Hook lands, dismembers there, the follow-up Impale. They have the damage to get the kill. Misha gone again. He just came back, and Miracle, he's only got one stack in the flesh heap, but he's starting to feel a bit of a groove.
I mean, it's a Hood Vanguard Pudge with no boots. You know, it's like...
Just talking about that, too.
Yeah.
The whole build with Pudge and everything.
It's good. It's like, they can't touch him. I mean, I think even if they use 5 heroes on him, I don't even know that he dies. Period. You know, and even if he does, it's going to give so much time for his team to back him up and to, you know, get the counter kills. This Pudge right now, wherever he wants to go on the map, he is allowed to, basically. He can just run in, like he's playing versus nobody, basically, and that's going to be the case for a while. And it's mainly related to the build. I mean, he's just too tanky.
And the more and more he gets that flesh heap, we were talking about how much damage it blocks when we were having that conversation with the Vanguard and that interaction.
They're trying to
Sunstrike,
go on Sunstrike,
and there's a good kill.
Okay, okay, proven wrong. I mean, he was sitting on 500 HP. That might be a second kill. No Vendetta, Carapace is up.
Ooh. Just trying, KuroKy, you could see he's trying to find a way out, but well, he's circled in, or really triangled in. It was 3 heroes. And they end up getting a couple kills across the map.
These are really important kills. You know, you need these kills on OG's side because you have the damage to kind of get them, but it's all about, once again, you know, reading the situation and knowing that these heroes are... Because right now, Nigma's trying to play on 3 lanes, which is the right way. They're trying to pressure them up as much as they can, but that means that they're gonna open up, you know, some kills to be had. So it's for OG to understand that, okay, this guy is alone and it's going to take them too much time to back him up. We go for the quick kill and we back off. And luckily, they have the damage to do so. You know, Invoker, Luna, Aura, they have a lot of nuke damage, right? Void Spirit, Wind Ranger, Power Shot. So maybe the Buck is the hard one. As for the other heroes, like so far, they die. It's not going to always be the case because Nigma, they have so much of the map, so they're out farming OG by a lot right now still. So, but you know, they don't have the BKB on Prophet yet, they don't have the BKB on Razor yet, so these heroes are now still like susceptible to dying.
Yeah, and well, BKB is the thought for Sumail. If you look over at Mind Control, like, it's Maelstrom, Shard, I think he had Mjolnir queued up, but now he's going against that. Maybe he's listening, but he's going for the BKB. There's the hook, Dismember through onto Amar, and that's another one there for Miracle.
Yeah, level 4 Flash Heap now, Phase Boots up to getting trickier and trickier. I mean, you know, Mind Control, he might be thinking about the Shard because right now what Nigma really lacks is the objective taking potential. They have heroes that are really strong, probably unkillable, really hard to fight into, but they can't really take objectives. Podge and Razor are really bad cores at doing so, but then you get the Shard on Prophet and now everything changes. Now you kind of have to fight them because your towers are dying.
Is this 7k lead deceiving in any way? Like, are OG still in the fray? As, well, Sumail popped that old earlier, he runs down BZM. Maybe it's really not that telling. Maybe it feels like more because they ripped apart BZM as well as Misha. And Amar just gets away.
If you're like an OG fan, you know, it's like one BKB choice. Like, you gotta look at the positive side of things. Okay, Razor used BKB, but I don't even know if it matters. I mean, at this point, the game is just so hard for OG to play. And I mean, you see the Luna's positioning. She's trying to sneak in on the enemy side, which I mean is smart. It's the way to go about it. Nigma is so aggressive that they have no business going back to their side of the map. They don't want that. They want OG to suffocate. You know, they want to choke them, basically. They don't want to give them any camps for free. And they're going to keep the pressure up. And it's one of the best teams in the world at doing so. So it's really up to the OG cores to try to navigate through the pressure, right?
Got greedy with the Vendetta as well as the Impale.
It's a nice try.
It's usually just one or the other, and then they try to go for the hook, but it ends up hitting on the Nyx Assassin. They've got the Aether, and they drop down the Eclipse. They go to the Spike Carapace. So that's a mistake here, because you're taking a lot of damage. In comes Mind Control. He's over with the Wrath of Nature being used. The Black Hole comes out. They get the kill to Kuroki, but is it going to be enough to get anything more than that? Yuragi goes down. They'll lose the Luna. Static Link. Sumail's in. He seems like the scariest guy on the map at the moment as BZM falls. Double kill for Sumail. Amar's going to be next on the menu. One more strike. Sumail with the triple kill, and 4 heroes are dead on the side of OG. All they lose is that Nyx Assassin, and it gets even tougher for OG.
That's the power of Pudge, right? And that's all down to his build, like the Hood and the Vanguard. It got so close, and I mean, I don't blame OG for trying to go for it. It was really close. I don't know how little HP he had when he survived, but you know, he's just buying time for his team to connect, and right away, you know, they try to connect as fast as they can. Razor comes in, Winter Wyvern comes in. They didn't even use Curse, so they had even more tools to kind of counter-initiate. And I don't blame OG for going for these plays. They have to try that. They have to get out the chokehold somehow, or they're just going to lose the game, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this time around did not work out. Nigma really quick at reacting and at punishing, honestly. It's and you can see the build, right? Now the Blink comes on Razor. They want to be able to connect to each other like as fast as possible so that, yeah, OG gets punished.
Looking over at Misha, they also land the hook. They've got the Winter's Curse. This sets up multiple kills for them. Looking like it's not only going to be Amar, but it will be Misha. 2 more for the side of Nigma. 17-5. Very one-sided as OG kind of falling flat at the moment and looking to turtle their way back into a potential comeback.
It's such a hard game to play right now. I mean, you see Taiga trying to adapt. He decides to go for the Blink instead. You know, he's trying to go for the salvaging Black Hole. That was close. That was close for Yuragi. There's so much pressure on them right now. I mean, sure, BKB's coming on Luna, but really, how much is it gonna do? Invoker is also trying to find a Force Staff so that, you know, he can survive these goals, but you already see the map. It is so small for OG. You know, they can't get out of the map.
Well, they really can't find their way out, but it doesn't sound like the crowd's kind of happy with this one as they're cheering for Nigma. They have a little bit of lockdown on Sumail. Well, it's level 4 on the Cold Embrace, so you know, he'll right back up. He's also got the Shard. So that is an upgraded Cold Embrace that sends out the Splinter Blast, which when you've got two guys like Sumail and Miracle on these heroes who can run into the middle of the fight, get Cold Embraced, and then get Splinter Blasts out like that, when you think you got them, seems like it could be dangerous. Oh, okay. Nigma spotted for a second. TP's out.
No leash talent yet on Prophet, nothing he can do, unfortunately. And I mean, Nigma, they have these really deep wards, right? They have the ward like on the mid lane that we see here. They have a ward in OG's base, so they have perfect info on how OG is trying to kind of navigate through the lanes, right? And try to dodge Nigma's aggression. Nice shackle. He might live. There's going to be a hook coming in 2 seconds. Can he hit it? He probably can. He can't. But he's going to die.
Still going to die anyway. Yeah, Plasma Field comes out and Taiga blinking in. They go to the Eclipse right away with the BKB being popped here by Sumail.
Okay.
Maybe not the move they were looking for because that gives up Amar and the rest of the team just backed away. Interesting move from OG.
Yeah, I mean, no black hole. Like, he has a blink. Now it's kind of revealed. The black hole is not ready. Of course, the BKB Luna, you know, was ready, but how much does it do? Really, they just have no damage to fight into Nigma. They're so beefy.
And those timings miss.
Yeah, it's, I mean, they're playing too far behind right now. They just need to tank it.
EZM dying again. Sumail's got yet another kill. It feels like they're just feeding away kill after kill. They'll go into the high ground for this tier 3. Black hole's back up, but you now need to kind of wait for this BKB for the Luna, so it's really a difficult timing. It did line up for a moment if they didn't use the BKB on the Luna. They get the kill to Kuroki. That's damage from Amar, and maybe something that can help them defend this high ground. There's a lot of Treants just wailing away at the rack, so it does make it a little bit difficult.
Yeah, Misha's so far from the shard. That's really something he would want right now to try to force Nigma into bad position. Obviously, you have the Blink Enigma, but, you know, Kuro has a carapace, so that's going to be something Taiga needs to think about. GH, you know, very, very good player, very smart about his positioning. He's going to be waiting with the curse, obviously, to try to cancel the black hole. He's getting close to the Blink, so it's going to get even easier for him to kind of play around what Taiga wants to do in the fight. So it's tricky, you know. You need a way to kind of distract Nigma and have them forget about Enigma somehow so that Taiga can come in clutch. And he's done it in many games. Can he do it here? I mean, we'll see. Definitely a really tough position to be in.
Trying to go for mind control. He's got some help in Taiga nearby, but is it enough? Amar comes over, he's spotted, and he's in a world of hurt. They've got the Winter's Curse, Miracle looking to set up the hook, and the timing's just not right. So at the end of the day, he does get away from this one. His mind control in on Misha still. He's taking a lot of damage from these Eidolons. He needs to be a little bit careful. If he were to get locked down again, he might even just fall. So Nigma kind of let them go.
Pretty good sequence for OG. You know, all things considered, like nobody dies. That's a lot of time for Luna to farm quietly. If you, of course, it's probably 2 Ancients camp, but if you think about the amount of pressure that OG is under, they're gonna be pretty happy. You know, with this like 2 minutes of kind of quiet, trying to kill the Wind Ranger and the Voice Spirit and getting out. I'm looking at Amar's quick buy, and he's actually going for Daedalus, you know, which is very unconventional, but I like the idea. It's just like, you know, you gotta kill the first guy that you stun. Right. You gotta burst him, you know. You need damage at this point, you know, try to get some trades somehow. Of course, it looks weird like that, but I think he's kind of forced into it. I like the decision here.
So we'll see if he can get to it, because he is still quite a ways out. Maybe he'll get that Chrysalis.
Like Amar would say, quoting him, it's very hopium, but, you know, you need some hopium in these kind of games.
Gosh, is that the stuff you get at the dentist? Oh, hopium? They put the mask on?
Hopium, exactly. But, you know, I mean, this budget is so big, man. He is so big right now. He's got the axe too. He is living the life. Like, Miracle is enjoying his life right now.
Misha may not be. Throws a shackle out, and they've got the tornado coming through with the BKB being popped by Sumail. Well, look at that. They've already got Misha. They have this Nature's Prophet just able to do the damage to get the finishing blow in, and that is without him here. He's throwing that Wrath of Nature, and just that little bit of a pop that makes him explode.
Okay, Invoker is trying to get the axe. So this is maybe like a power spike that OG can look at. I think, you know, Nigma, what they would really want right now is obviously force OG into a fight. So that's going to be, you know, getting a tier 2 as they did, getting the Roche, it's not so easy for their lineup to break the high ground. I feel like their heroes are pretty bad at doing so. Eventually with farm, any lineup can break the high ground. So, you know, now they're 14k gold ahead, and it's gonna keep getting worse for OG. I wonder what item is gonna allow them to do so. You know, maybe an AC on somebody. They have the Prophet Shard, but I don't think it's yet enough.
Right. Surprised OG. Well, surprised at the fact that I think this team is always one of those teams that might go for this snatch, but they're conceding it.
Yeah, the only hero that could try to do something about it is Amar, but I mean, it is so scary, right? They have zero vision around the area. There's a Nyx lurking probably already. Like, from OG's perspective, you feel like Nigma is just outside your base. You know, that they've been there the whole time, so you don't even know that they're rushing right now.
Right.
And I mean, this is gonna, you know, MC, he's far from level 20, but eventually he's gonna be able to kind of catch heroes by himself also when he gets that Sprout Leash talent.
Quite the disgusting talent. Misha caught again. One more right click there from Kuroki to get the kill.
Please, guys, Misha needs the shard. Just stop killing him. You know, 700 gold away. You know, make the game a little bit more honest.
That is a lot of gold to get. Could, you know, sell the Tranquils.
I mean, at some point you might even
really
consider
desperate.
it. I think when they break the high ground, you know, there's something you have to consider, or the game is just gonna end. But okay, trying to force a Razor BKB. He does have Aegis. He doesn't have to. I mean, GH also holding the Cold Embrace. Yeah, easy, no problem. 3 salve on GH. You know, they're just gonna, you know, heal him back up and kind of relieve the pressure. The map is so small for OG right now. It's they literally are stuck in base, which is I mean, the worst situation to be in. It feels really bad to play these games.
For sure, and I wonder if Nigma are going to try and do what OG did to them in the last game. Get them to come out of the base, make them feel safe for a second, then make the jump.
Very nice.
Shackle lands, there's the Eclipse. They've got the damage to get the kill here on a mind control. That's a streak going the way of Yuragi.
Yep.
A lot of gold into his hands, so certainly nice to get a little bit of a bump in currency here as he's looking for the Ags too. So looks like we've got some Ags gaming going on here for OG.
200 gold to shard. Please don't die. It's so sad. He wants it so badly. Okay, he's gonna live. He's not gonna live.
I don't know. Plasma Field, Shackle, it connects.
Okay, get him up.
All right, so he does survive. The dream of the shard is still alive.
I mean, you know, it's, once again, very Hopium, but Invoker Ags, he just has it, so, you know, the damage, it's kind of starting to build up on OG, and the high ground is a bit scary. I mean, OG's lineup is fine at high grounding. Obviously, the Wind Ranger Shard is going to pull people into the Midnight Pulse, into the Invoker spells. It's a lot of damage without having to commit really for it. Eventually, you're going to get Luna Shard that's going to add up to it. But the main problem is that Nigma's pushing power is it's just not good, you know? So it takes them forever. Look at this Razor, he's tickling the tower. The only problem is just the big treants, basically.
They do quite a bit of damage and are very survivable, and as you can see, spammy as well. So very annoying.
Usually it is inefficient and it feels bad. Okay,
there's the shard. Is it going to do anything here? They'll look for the Shackle. It's not going to land. And, well, behind them is apparently going to be Sumail. He goes in. He just survives. But the Sunstrike, oh, still not on the mark either.
What a hook from Miracle. That was really important because they need this Aegis, right? Like, you see how quickly Sumail can die. So, I mean, he's actually at threat of dying without the Aegis. And they need the Aegis for him to kind of frontline with his body so that the treants can also keep pushing. And I mean, usually these sequences feel quite bad for a team that pushes so inefficiently, but since the entire OG squad is stuck in the base, BZM.
They're going to go for BZM. He's trying to survive. That hook is on the money. They don't have buyback available on the Invoker. Amar now on the run. He only has about 30% of his health left. Shackle doesn't connect again, and they've got the heal for Sumail once more. He's got a minute 30 left on that Aegis, and, well, the lifespan on these racks are expired, and it looks like they're both going to drop. Thinking about potentially moving forward with a smoke. I'm not sure. It looked like, well, Nigma caught a glimpse of it very quickly. Amar is in. He's looking, but there's the ulti coming in. The dismember's there, but not enough damage yet to kill off Amar. They're still trying to chase, and they've got Miracle going forward with the blink as well as the hook. They'll take it Amar and get the kill there, and he's also got no buyback.
GH is so patient. He's just looking at Taiga, basically. He's just waiting for Black Hole, and he's going to hold the curse until Black Hole happens. And, I mean, without Invoker, there's no such thing as defending base. They just lack damage. So now that Invoker is up, they smoke up. They're going to try to go for the base defense. They need a Shackled shot, something clutch, you know.
trying to go around the bend and get themselves GH, but unfortunately Misha now caught. Static Link is there, Black Hole comes out, immediately stopped. They'll try to follow it up with the Cataclysm, but it's not going to do any damage. It doesn't land. OG on their last legs as Yuragi trying to run, and they'll just call GG. This game is over and the series is split. Nigma, they force OG to bend to their will in this one, and I mean, this is a series, two teams top of the